He's already captured 3 PBA Tour titles this year, including a major at the US Open. Tonight, Player of the Year frontrunner E.J. Tackett hopes to add to that total with a win at the World Series of Bowling. It's the PBA Cheetah Championship, and it's next on FS1. Fans have waited for it. Now we have it for you. From Bolero Wauwatosa outside Milwaukee, it's time to resume the 14th guaranteed rate World Series of Bowling. Tonight we bring you the first of 3 straight nights of championship round shows on different oil patterns. We start with the Cheetah. 5 great bowlers here competing for a championship. They are B.J. Moore, E.J. Tackett, Joseph Grondin, along with Jacob Buttriff and A.J. Johnson. Welcome, bowling fans. Great to have with us Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen. It's Rhino tonight.
It is Rhino, as it should be.
I love it.
As it should be.
We're joined by Kimberly Pressler in a moment. This is the first of 4. Now they're calling for you. 4 titles we'll have for you on FS1 and Fox Sports, wrapping up the World Series of Bowling. But the question I have for you tonight, can E.J. Tackett continue his Player of the Year caliber season?
Yeah, he can, but something very important has to happen to E.J. in order for that to work. And his success is all based on one thing and one thing only. I'll get to that in a second, but you're right, Dave. E.J. is on fire, and what a 2023 season it has been for him. The front runner in the Player of the Year race, and he has a chance to win 3 events here at the WSOB 14. But in order for E.J. Tackett to win, he has to avoid that disastrous open frame that somehow haunts him on television. If he can do that, he's almost unbeatable.
Now, B.J. Moore is our top seed. He has 1 career PBA Tour title. Did really well 2019 Scorpion, runner-up to Chris Prather at the World Series of Bowling. What do you like most about his game?
Efficiency of motion. Tonight's telecast is all about power and RPMs, and B.J. Moore has the most RPMs on the show tonight. But he does it in a way that is absolutely beautiful to watch. He doesn't even break a sweat. B.J. Moore's got 1 title to his credit. He's looking for a 2nd and 1st under the bright lights of national television.
That's great info on the top 2 seeds. How about the number 5 seed tonight, A.J. Johnson? He's joined now by Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Dave. So, AJ, you know, there's a lot of talent on this show, but the buzz about here tonight is all about you and the fact that you are finally up here with a chance to get that first PBA Tour title. So how do you get around that? Does that affect you at all when you come into something like this?
No, obviously it's in the back of my head. It has been. And I don't want to say, you know, I'm unappreciative of everything that's been said and all that. I've won across the world. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said that it doesn't eat at me, and kind of tired of hearing it. So all the work that I've done, starting just a few weeks ago with my mental performance coach, and all the work that we've put in is really culminated to how I got here. And it's just time to do it, 1 ball at a time, and just control what I can control.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, KP, AJ, thanks so much. Stepladder matchups tonight. We start with A.J. Johnson, powerful, talented bowler, against former major champion Jacob Buttriff, our lone lefty. The winner takes on Joseph Grondin of San Pedro, California. National TV debut tonight. The PBA Tour, 3-time winner on tour this year. E.J. Tackett is the number 2 seed. Top seeded tonight, B.J. Moore from outside Pittsburgh, bidding for his 2nd career title. Here are the odds to win, provided by Fox Bet for entertainment purposes only.
Interesting.
Plus 100 for B.J. Moore. Top seed, only 1 match needed. Here we go. Time to bowl tonight from just outside Milwaukee. Johnson gets us started. He's in the channel. It's something, Randy, we expected to happen tonight on the Cheetah pattern.
Well, and we've seen it before on Cheetah, and what a way to start for A.J. Johnson. And, you know, I loved his answer in his interview with Kimberly. The hardest one to win is that first one, Dave.
The way the Cheetah is set up, it's the shortest pattern. We saw it in practice. It happened during competition in the Cheetah, Randy, 238 times Ball's in the gutter, so it's not a shock, but still, it's got to be tough. Needs everything here for a spare. Leaves a 10-pin, so it's an early open.
Unlucky. It was a pretty good shot, but you folks at home watching are wondering.
I guess there's a spot to do it. First frame's the best one.
Why the players are playing that part of the lane. It's because the old pattern calls for it, right? There's friction, but it's all the way to the outside part of the lane, and when you play that far right or left, for Jacob it's going to be left, he's left-handed, you run the risk of getting 0 on your first ball.
Great World Series of bowling so far for the 4th seed. Only southpaw tonight, Jacob Buttriff. Flirting with a channel on the other side. Help on the 7-pin, down it goes.
Nice.
A little more on the Brunswick oil pattern here tonight. It's the Cheetah, Randy Shorts of the 3 for the next 3 nights.
The Cheetah, fastest land animal on the planet, right? 35 feet in length, and you can see the lines. Blue for the right-handers, obviously red for Jacob Buttriff, our lone lefty, and that could spell trouble for the rest of the field tonight as Jacob is out there on an island all by himself.
7-pin again. So a really good start here for Buttriff on the left lane, who, Randy, by the way, in the 20 games at Cheetah did not have a gutter ball. Did not have one.
Yeah, it looked like he fouled, guys. Watch this.
What happened? Oh.
I'm not sure. I can't see if they're calling that a foul or not. Waiting on the ruling. It is a foul. Interesting start. A gutter ball and then a foul. Wow.
All right, so Buttriff's got to regroup here and just get 7. Foul 7 on your score sheet officially. And Johnson on the bench, who had the ball in the channel to begin the match, is now actually ahead. It's a wild start here, Randy.
Well, what a huge break, because if Jacob doesn't foul, he starts with a double, right?
Right.
Instead, it's that man, A.J. Johnson, with the early lead through 2. In his arsenal, he's throwing a jackal ambush.
That's better. We started with the USA versus the World, the 2 shows we had here on Fox Saturday. And yesterday, the World won that one impressively, 12-2 the final. Cheetah tonight, Scorpion tomorrow, 7 Eastern FS1. Shark on Wednesday. All wraps up Sunday, noon Eastern on Fox. Presented by Pabst Blue Ribbon, the PBA World Championship. All events here. Valera Wauwatosa outside Milwaukee. The 4th major of the season is coming up.
So we talked about the equipment that AJ's using on the right lane, the jackal ambush. He's using a Venom recoil on the left lane.
Number 3, AJ, 20 games to make it here to the show.
Yeah.
And there's the 10-pin standing there. It was a dramatic finish for AJ to even make the show. An incredible finish with a roll-off after the 20 games.
And just another soft 10. And when you have that much power and you can play that much angle, you certainly don't want to see a flat 10 or a weak 10.
13th career TV appearance. As he told Kimberly, he's won internationally, Team USA. Lots of success. Collegiately, was an All-American.
Because that one was a little softer.
At McKendree, first team All-American pick. He's in their Hall of Fame. But he hasn't won on tour yet.
Hey, Dave. Guess what ball Jacob Buttriff's using?
Purple Hammer?
You are correct, my friend.
All right, 7-pin down. And a strike for the lefty.
Beauty right here by Jacob Buttriff, and a nice rebound after frame 2 disaster with a foul and then 7. I'll tell you, I watched Jacob do a lot of bowling this week, and a lot on the shark pattern. And he's throwing it and rolling it as good as I've seen him in a while.
top seed on the Scorpion Show coming up later this week. And in great shape to make the World Championship field as well.
So, you know, this is what you want to have happen, is that ball finishing dead flush. You don't have to worry about the corner pins.
20 bowlers have won their first career PBA Tour title at the World Series of Bowling. A.J. Johnson would like to make that 21 here. It happened twice last year. Flirts with it again, and he's back into the channel again. Wow.
AJ.
Bad shot, too far to the right. He's working on a spare, so he obviously loses 10 pins in count. As you can see here, the gutter balls amongst tonight's finalists.
Including what we just saw. And does get the spare with all 10 back there. Kevin Williams, Kyle Sherman won their first career titles. For Sherman, his first singles title came last year at the World Series of Bowling in Wauwatosa. Randy knows about Cheetah. When was that? What year was that?
It was so long ago, I forgot. I think it was 2002.
Was that your 13th?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen, 23rd year in the booth. All-time record, PBA Tour history.
A.J. Johnson now going with the same ball on both lanes.
Got to change up something here. Watch out. It's in again. It's in again. That's 3. Wow.
Has to get there, but not that far.
Just poor execution. There's no other way to spin it. You know, for whatever reason, A.J. Johnson is just not being careful enough in his direction through the front part of the lane. It's getting too far to the right, and it's going in.
So again, goes for the spare and does get it. And that's the good news. We believe that it's an all-time PBA single match TV
Man, I know it's got to
record
get over there, but not that far.
3 gutter balls.
Gosh.
Pretty sure that's a record.
Yeah. I've never called more than 1 in a match.
3 and 5 frames.
Yeah, it's not done yet, unfortunately, for AJ. Possibly. Okay, Buttriff trying to avoid the same fate. Does.
There you go.
The razor-thin margin there. Now the boards are 1.06 inches wide. There are 39 of them. The deck 42 inches wide. And of course 60 feet long. But, I mean, you're looking at how much.
Hey, where the heck did you get those numbers?
How much space, Randy? Is it half an inch? I mean, what is that?
So I mean,
right on them.
He's got about an inch here before it goes in, maybe. But you know, at this level, these players can play anywhere on the lane.
That's true. All right, that's a lot better. But AJ's been in the channel 3 times.
Hard to win when you can't keep it on the lane, my friend. A.J. Johnson in a heap of trouble, down 45, halfway through match number 1.
The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Want to move fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as fast as 1 day to get you closing on the home of your dreams in just 10 days. Learn more at rate.com. And by Bolero, the #1 place to bowl, party, and play with over 325 locations nationwide. Head to Bolero.com today to find a center near you. Huge lead, Jacob Buttriff. 4th seed tonight here at the PBA Cheetah Championship. Dave alongside the Hall of Famer and Kimberly will be here on FS1. 20 games to get to the show. 2 gutter balls for AJ. 3 have come in this game. Time is now for Johnson. Again, flirts with disaster, but
Oh, my goodness.
great ball reaction and a strike
Wait,
for
what,
AJ.
what did you just say, Dave? Flirts, what?
Flirts with disaster.
Well, another, what, maybe half of that 0.6 number, he's in the gutter. You know, the late, great Billy Whaley used to always say, trust is a must or your game is a bust. But there is a point where you got to kind of bag that and say, I need to be a little bit more careful.
You know, AJ told us pre-match he's done a lot of work with his mental performance coach, Brian Carl in Phoenix, about being more focused. He's going to need all that training at this point to come back and avoid further trouble. Trip forward pin in there.
Stays on the lane.
And you know, we watch him in the break. He's relaxed. That's the good news. Family is here, as he told us, not too far from his home in Illinois, near Chicago. Great to see them all on hand watching in the front row. Mom Judy, Dad Sean, nephew Mason, his grandfather Bill, here for the first time to watch him on TV. His girlfriend Allie. Buttriff trying to cruise the victory here. And a good shot, 7-pin.
Well, still in complete control is Jacob Buttriff. He's going at a 2:13 pace right now with the open. AJ Johnson can still shoot 219.
Looks down. Wants to avoid a second foul of the match. That has the single pin spare conversion.
Remember, he fouled there in the second frame, but, you know, Jacob, in his unusual style, he actually slides after he lets go of the bowling ball. Watch this. See how that foot keeps going?
His 8th frame. Well, Jacob told us he took a couple days off after the USBC Masters outside Detroit a couple weeks back. Mentally recharged. And the batteries run full heading in to the World Series of Bowling. He's had a great series. And off to a great start here in match number 1. Cut it to 24 in the 8th frame. Does that. In a groove now.
Yeah, and another strike in the 9th frame. He'll give Jacob Buttriff a little something to think about. But what could have been if 3 shots actually stay on the lane for AJ Johnson.
Told us this really good run confirms to himself that he belongs under the bright lights of TV.
Look,
good job. Right at you there. Cuts it to 14.
That one was coming right for our front door. It didn't look like it was going in. Watch this one again. Oh, my goodness.
On the cusp, RP, on the cusp.
I got to be honest with you. I don't need to see another one of those leave the playing field, if you know what I mean.
Foundation frame, Buttriff. Back up by 24. 7-pin. Good shot.
Very interesting. Pretty good duplication of shots right there. If you look at strike track on the right side of your screen. And back-to-back 7-pins on that right lane.
Again looks down. Some issues on the approach here tonight.
And take another look at that approach of Jacob as he continues to skid towards. You can't tell if he went up. No, it looks like he stayed behind it there. And better look right here. That's pretty close to fouling. He needs 2 strikes in the 7th frame, or excuse me, 2 strikes and 7 in the 10th frame. He should take one last look at his feet, no foul. A.J. Johnson still has a chance.
He's looking down, isn't he? And he doesn't strike.
No!
Wow. 2-6 split. Game changer.
Well, I'm not sure the last time I ever saw this split for a left-hander. And now we're being told it was another foul, which maybe, well, no, gosh. If it's a foul, he loses that 8 count. It goes to 183 in the 9th.
Here it is, Randy.
And another foul on that left lane.
Way over.
Now, good cover there. But A.J. Johnson, if you can believe it, with 3 gutter balls in the first 5 frames, can win game 1.
Eventful opening match here tonight.
Jacob Buttripp, 2 fouls. A.J. Johnson, 3 gutter balls. What a crazy opening match.
I've never seen that in 20 years of broadcasting the PBA. 2 fouls, 3 gutter balls? No way. Same match? Not even on the same show.
No.
203.
A.J. needs to strike and get 8, and he will advance to take on newcomer Joseph Grondin.
Looks for his 6th straight strike.
I mean, talk about a roller coaster of emotions.
Needs the strike. Gets a strike! How about it for A.J. Johnson? What a comeback! His family is pumped.
Not over yet. He still needs 8
Please take a re-rack.
on this shot.
We have a Pabst 6-pack alert, Randy. If AJ strikes here, he'll win $1,000, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right here. Just remember to drink responsibly.
I mean, as a player, I mean, you got to block out those 3 gutter balls, but you don't want to yank this an arrow left or 2 arrows left. I mean, you just got to ace it and make sure you keep it on the lane.
For the victory. He's got it. He gets 9. And incredibly, improbably, A.J. Johnson overcomes 3 balls in the channel in the same match and wins to get by Jacob Buttripp.
I need a defibrillator.
Extraordinary. And his girlfriend, Allie, says, we can do this.
Proud of you, buddy. All right.
Keep going.
Good friends, former Team USA teammates. Johnson is through. Incredible, Randy. Incredible.
AJ gets off to the worst start you could possibly imagine. Throwing that gutter ball there in the 1st, then again in the 4th, and backed it up in the 5th. And then somehow manages to throw 5 in a row. Buttripp fouls again, and here's your winning shot. He needed 8, he got 9. Unbelievable opening match.
To Kimberly with AJ.
AJ, we just saw the replays of those gutter balls that you had 3 in the first 5. How in the world did you overcome that and walk away as the winner in this match?
Well, I knew my ball was pretty damn good when it stayed on the lane. Yeah, I mean, that's the direction we got to get on this one. And, you know, unfortunately, just a couple ones that just got a little too far right. And when they lose elevation, they don't get very many pins. So I just went over and talked to Brett at the break, and he said, hey, let's get back to throwing the good ones, because when the good ones stay on the lane, they strike. And let's just make one hell of a story out of it.
I think you did exactly that. Was that the wildest match in PBA history?
Yeah, I mean, I think my expression at the end when I got 9 said it all. I just said, wow. You know, Jacob bowled great this whole week, bowled great in this match. But we got life, and, I mean, what more can I ask for? It's all I want.
Congratulations on your win.
Thanks.
Incredible. AJ's family, thumbs up, because he advances to take on the 3 seed Joseph Grondin from Southern California, trying for his first career title as well. Don't miss more great bowling. What a first match. AJ Johnson knocks off Jacob Buttriff, 208-203. Wild, eventful, to say the least. More great bowling to come. First, let's go to Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Dave. Becoming a PBA pro is a dream realized by a lot of the competitors here at the World Series of Bowling this week. But you know what? There are also a lot of surprises while you're on tour, and you're going to find out what some of those are in tonight's Pressing Questions, presented by Go Bowling.
The most shocking thing out here is how much better the younger guys are than when I was young. YouTube and the internet wasn't at the place it is now, so you have so many more avenues for coaching and for knowledge that we didn't have. So when the kids come out now at an early age, they're so much further ahead than we were.
What is one thing that was totally unexpected about this life?
Oh man, it is a mental grind. I mean, people don't really understand what it's like to be week in and week out as a bowler, and you don't understand it until you get to experience it firsthand. So there's so many ups and downs.
You know, everybody comes out here, and early on they can do pretty well if the things match up. And that guy that you used to watch on TV once or twice a year, and you go, that guy's not that good, is kicking your butt again, and you realize that everyone out here is really, really good at something. And the really great ones are just good at a lot of things.
What is the most surprising thing about being a pro bowler?
Maybe some of the coverage that I've gotten from being a professional bowler, being in the Macy's Day Parade, throwing a first pitch out at the White Sox game. You know, that was a few experiences that I never really thought being a professional bowler would get me.
What is the most surprising thing about being a pro bowler?
I think it's the friendship and the camaraderie amongst the players.
You know, ultimately we are out here, you know, competing for our living. But the friendships that not only bowling out on the PBA, but just around the world, and just, you know, all the centers throughout the U.S. It's kind of impressive how well bowling brings everybody together.
So, as we check the Cheetah Championship stepladder bracket now, AJ a 5-pin win over Buttriff. For you, Randy, as a pro, what was your biggest surprise?
Oh, gosh, I think what happened 5 minutes ago.
Was for me.
In all seriousness, it was probably the fact of how good the guys are out here. I mean, how genuine, how giving, never say no to an autograph or a picture. Just how good the guys are in terms of human beings and people.
All right, here we go. Joseph Grondin, Southern California, just outside Long Beach. His first nationally televised shot comes up here. Wichita State alum. Joseph gets going on that left lane. Good start.
That's a way farther in, though, at 5 board than what we saw from AJ Johnson. Remember, he was teetering on that 1-2 board. And nice opening shot for the newcomer.
Does AJ make a big move here, Randy, in game 2?
I don't know.
Do you think he should?
Yeah, he's got to do something different. I mean, his last shot, he barely got 9 for the win. It went light, almost left the 2-8-10.
Okay. 4-pin goes down late. Good start for AJ.
Nice little break here for AJ. It starts the ball inside a second arrow all the way out to the 2 board and comes in just a pinch high, tripping the 4 late.
Mental focus. Needed all 3 in the 10th. The last game of the 20 on the Cheetah to make the show. Then a double and 8 in the roll-off just to get here. 2-way double wood.
Well, he got it to that spot down lane again. You can see right there. And the problem is that he got it there late. If he gets it to that spot maybe a little bit earlier with a little slower speed, maybe he comes around the corner, but the shot on the right lane an inch farther in or left, and that one fortunate to just leave the 2-8.
Perfect so far. Didn't like it though, and that's why. 8 stands open for him.
Leave it there.
I mean, he's been given enough opportunities early, and it's just, you have to wonder, I mean, how many of these mishaps can he overcome?
4th-year pro, 24-year-old Joseph Grondin is going to try to take advantage. A mechanical engineering major with a math minor from Wichita State.
Guess what ball he's using?
Which one? Purple Hammer.
There
We've
you
seen
go.
that before. Looks good, trip 10 pin.
And you can see how much straighter Joseph is going, and that's because he's using urethane.
So Joseph is wearing basketball shoes on national TV. In fact, they are older shoes. And look at the right heel, Randy. It is flopping. I've never called a match in 20 years of a pro bowler not wearing bowling shoes.
I have. Michael Haugen Jr. was wearing boat shoes.
Wow. And they are taped up as well. But ran 10 pin there. He's bowled pretty well. So the story is, those are his brother's basketball shoes. Several years ago, he was in a tournament. He fell 3 times with bowling shoes.
Yeah.
So he wanted to go to hoops shoes instead. They gave him a better feel on the lanes, and he's worn basketball shoes competing in bowling since. Got an exemption and a special approval to wear them at the World Series of Bowling.
Those shoes look like they've been through a meat grinder.
Got a spare, he's pumped.
Yeah, he's playing the lanes completely different than AJ, right? He's going much straighter, using the urethane, and just kind of bumping it off that dry to the right. And the first 3 shots that he threw were real nice, just leaving the 10 pin there in the 3rd. Does like to talk to himself, so we'll keep an eye on that as well.
What a nice young man, though. We had a nice meeting with him.
Absolutely.
Pre-show, working as MBA now at Wichita State Online. Lives in Michigan. Assistant coach at Davenport University in Grand Rapids. AJ tries to recover from the open. Oh! Close, RP, it's close.
You don't see a whole lot of amateurs playing this line, and it's because it's, well, it takes a lot of talent, and without the talent, you don't have the guts to play that kind of line. AJ's laydown area is 10 left from Joseph's, meaning when his ball hits the lane, he's 10 boards to the left of where Joseph's ball is hitting the lane.
Wow.
And that's the difference between reactive resin and urethane.
Grondin had 1 gutter ball in the 20 games to get him to the show, by the way. All right.
You know, it's all about intimidating in match number 2 when you take on a player that's never been in this situation. And for A.J. Johnson, the only way to do that is by throwing strikes at Joseph Grondin. And if he can't do that, well, you're just not going to strike any fear in your opponent. Good double there by A.J. in the 3rd and 4th.
See if Grondin can respond. You bet. He's finding it off for the pocket.
Look at those numbers. And that's break point. That's down lane at the end of the pattern. And just splitting hairs down there is Joseph. And I like his line a lot. And I promise you, the way he's playing the lanes, the only way his ball goes in the gutter is if he hits his ankle in the downswing.
It's unlikely, but with the shoes. I mean, I really don't know.
You know who else used to do the tennis shoe thing was Just Stayrook.
There you
go. He used to wear high top tennis shoes. Back when I think there was only three brands.
Up by 21, that's coming in high, almost the big 4. Instead, the 4-6-10 split stands. Tough conversion.
Yeah, it might as well be the big 4. And good time for this to happen to A.J. Johnson, not so much for Joseph Grondin.
Oh! 4 stands, open frame. Open frame for each in the match now.
Man, things turn so fast. I mean, think about game 1 with 3 opens, 2 fouls, and now AJ missing the 2-8 in the second, and now has the lead by 1, working on a double. He can take it to 21 heading into commercial break.
Amazing. Pin lead in the turkey for AJ. Wow.
Turkey for AJ Johnson.
High risk, high reward. See the average among tonight's finalists coming in. Jacob Buttrick needed 2 incredible games to finish out his 20 games to make it to the show. A 255 and 265. He had a disastrous start. Tough night with fouls tonight. PJ Morris sits atop the leaderboard, waiting with 1 match for a title. 6 frame for the 4-bagger for a 21-pin lead, but it's high. And just a little help on the 3. 6-10 stand.
Yeah, you can see the position at the arrows was left, and certainly not steep enough through the front part of the lane. As you see this line here on strike track. Yeah, he's trying to shoe it to the right. And nice break trip in that 3 forward, 3-6-10. Much tougher than the 6-10.
A mercurial match, a tempestuous match. And Night Randy has gone back and forth in our 2 matches so far. It's been awesome.
Dave, I have absolutely no idea what you just said, but I'm really excited to learn. I'll Google it during the break.
Registration for the inaugural 2023 PBA LBC National Championships now open for all bowlers of all skill levels from across all centers. This time right here in Milwaukee. You can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today at PBA.com.
You and I are so taking down the doubles title, brother.
I can't wait to team up with you.
I'm just kidding. We're not bowling. But we're going to be rooting for everybody that participates in that great event.
9-pin spread here, getting set to wrap up match 2 after AJ beat Jacob Buttrick in a thriller in the first one.
See strike percentage after an open frame. Joseph Grondin is perfect. 100%.
How about that? 6 frame, trying to repeat the feat. And help with a 9-pin, down it goes. Awesome.
Excuse me, sir, but that was an assault on the 9-pin. Watch this. From both sides. That's pretty fun to watch there.
And 9-pin had no chance.
Well, and it shouldn't. Shouldn't be there in the first place.
Chance to take a lead here, 7th frame. By 1 with a strike. Big double here. Got it!
Nice shot. This guy looks like he could be in a rock band too, doesn't he?
Good strike song. Talked with both Parker Bone III and Sean Rash. Got some advice from both of them. How to handle national TV tonight. Both told him enjoy the moment. It'll go by fast. He's enjoying it. He's got a lead. Great finish brewing here. Johnson again first with a channel. It takes a left turn and crosses the 1-3 pocket.
Very nice there by A.J. Johnson. Let's take a look 3D at the way these two players are attacking the Cheetah oil pattern. Johnson, the red ball. Grondin, the blue ball. Obviously, Grondin much farther right. He's using urethane. Ball speed's just a little bit faster. It has to be. He's trying to keep the ball much straighter. And you can see the arc that A.J. Johnson is playing. But take a look at some of these numbers and the big differences. Okay, there's the laydown. There's the position at the arrows. But look at that, the break point. As we pretty much see on every pattern, break point being the same no matter where the players are playing. Reason why? It's where the players want to start seeing motion back to the pocket.
Johnson. No help on the 9. Lots of shrapnel in the deck there, but doesn't get to that 9-pin.
What did I say about the 9-pin? Doesn't belong there. It wasn't invited, does not belong. AJ working on a strike, and this couldn't have happened at a worse time, heading down the stretch here in match number 2.
Has the 9, has his mark. Let's go to Kimberly.
Well, you guys mentioned Joseph's mechanical engineering degree earlier, and he told me that he chose that major because he comes from a family of engineers. His dad, Pat, who's actually here, and his mom, Janet, are engineers, as well as both of his grandfathers. In fact, his grandpa, Al, actually built a plane from scratch in his garage. So Joseph said it was a natural path to follow them. And then he shrugged and said, plus, I'm pretty good at math, so I figured I'd give it a go.
Come on. Better than that.
Really smart young man, Kimberly, no question. Impressive.
Be better than that.
Academic acumen. His dad here watching. Dad, Pat.
Well, I promise you, that family's good with numbers. And Dad knows the score.
It's a big spare heater. Converts.
Come on. Be better than that.
Keep things very close.
This one right now. All you, brother. All you. Fight.
Joseph's second committed year on tour. First time under the bright lights of national TV. Huge shot, huge strike.
Hey, partner, take a look at this right here. Now,
we're in for a scintillating finish here, Randy.
Absolutely, and this is huge for Joseph because it keeps him in it. But no matter what, he cannot shut out A.J. Johnson.
Foundation frame up 1. What he needed.
Three more of those, and guess what? A.J. Johnson's going to move on to face
E.J. Tackett. 3-time winner on tour this year. The number 2 seed front runner for Player of the Year. Does he have the first? No. 2-8.
That shot there almost looked like it rolled out, like it lost energy and quit right before he came up the hill to the 1-3 pocket. And watch the ball motion if we can pick it up. The location looks pretty good. Wondering if it was a miss hit out of his hand.
Oh my God.
Missed it again.
Oh, where did that come from?
Wow.
Yeah.
194.
Wow.
Missed the 2-8.
For AJ.
Sorry, Dave. Missed the 2-8 twice on the same lane, that left lane.
I thought that first one was going to come off of it.
Rondon needs a mark to win. Extraordinary turnaround. When AJ just needed, needed to strike out to shut out his.
Just a shot. Just a shot.
For the win. Gorpin.
Well, he came up and out of that shot pretty good and had some velocity, and it's a good thing because it was certainly left of target by a couple of boards.
Prepared for this your whole life. Just a target now.
Think about what would happen if he was bowling in the title match. I mean, this is just to get to EJ Tackett, and there's still BJ Moore waiting.
Right. Just like that.
4-pin that typically you can make with your eyes closed for a right-hander.
Yes, baby.
win.
Come on.
You got
One more. One more, baby. Come on.
Well, he doesn't even need any pins now.
First TV appearance successful for Joseph Granum, the Wichita State alum. He gave so much credit to legendary coach Gordon Vatican when we spoke to him today.
Looks like a little ball change and an experiment coming up for the next match. Throwing reactive. That looked pretty good.
Sure did.
Good bowling, brother. Good bowling.
It's looking good for Joseph Granum, the 3 seed.
I like that.
Dad Pat, gotta love it. The advance and take on EJ Tackett next. It's number 3 against number 2 in match 3. Speaking of 3, Tackett's got 3 titles this year. He's been spectacular. More great bowling still to come here on FS1 and Fox Sports. Scorpion and Shark, 7 Eastern. Next 2 nights, then Sunday, presented by Pastor Ribbon, the PBA World Championship, another major, noon Eastern on Fox. EJ Tackett is the number 2 seed. Had a tremendous U.S. Open this year. Got the green jacket. Joined now by Kimberly.
EJ, so you already have 3 titles this season, but by the end of this week, you have a chance to add 3 more to that list. So why so dominant this season?
I've just been bowling really well. I've seen the transition on a lot of the patterns pretty well. Been able to keep up with the moves. I feel like that's really, really important to be able to do that and been able to execute when I did.
Well, right before this interview, we were talking about what was happening in the previous matches, and we were talking about the gutter balls, and you said to me that you were actually the leader of getting gutter balls leading into today from all of this week. Yeah. So how's your look out there right now? Are we going to be expecting some gutter balls or no?
Well, hopefully we don't throw back to 10 years ago where I bowled my first show on this pair of lanes where I threw a gutter ball against Bill. So we'll try to keep it out of the gray boards, and my strike percentage was pretty good when my ball did stay on the lane. So hopefully we can do that and come away with a couple match wins and a new trophy.
Well, thank you for your time. We'll let you get back to your practice.
Kimberly, EJ had 8 gutter balls in the 20 games of Cheetah leading in to the show here tonight. He was 4 for 8 on those full rack shots. Here are the odds to win presented by Bucks Bet for entertainment purposes only. EJ, a big favorite in this match. Head-to-head with Joseph Grandin. Two wildly entertaining matches so far here tonight from outside Milwaukee. Dave alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen and Kimberly Pressler with you. Continuing coverage of the 14th guaranteed rate World Series of Bowling Cheetah Championship tonight. Been entertaining, Randy, for sure.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, you never know what's going to happen when the Cheetah oil pattern is involved, right?
E.J. Tackett, Joseph Rondon head-to-head. Third match. Former Shocker. Good start.
Former Shocker is throwing the high hard one right at the 1-3 pocket with urethane.
Were we allowed to hit it? Huh? Were we allowed to hit it? The brutal?
That wrist snap at the bottom, it's real quick. His wrist is actually inverted in the downswing, and then he rolls his wrist right underneath it and uncups it at the bottom of the swing, and at the release point, it happens real quick.
E.J. Tackett. Nice. Smokes the rack, tattoos the 1-3 pocket.
Pound for pound, the baddest man in bowling right here. Look how athletic he is. That out to in swing, and gets that elbow and hand in a perfect position to create all that power and direction. E.J. Tackett, man, can he throw it. And he can play anywhere on the lane. He can throw it halfway down the lane. As you take a look at his arsenal, he's going with blue coral venom to start.
Left lane for Tackett. Okay, whoa. The pin there. Looked like a great shot.
Wow. That's all right. Better now than late when you have to have a strike to win. And watch the bowling ball go right past the 8-pin. Never really liked that pin. Pin stinks.
Little history, Randy, the 8-pin, as all bowling fans know.
No history.
None whatsoever, you sure?
No. It was so long ago, who cares?
Check his Twitter handle. Knocked off AJ in a wild match, 205-194. To get to match number 3, first ever national TV appearance for the 3 seed from SoCal.
Oh, ball change on the right lane for a bucket.
Leaves the bucket.
Mindset. I mean, I think mindset still. That should have tipped.
He said it should have tipped, meaning it should have hooked back up into the pocket and doesn't. Trying to get the name of this bowling ball he went to. That is certainly reactive, not urethane.
All right, bucket lead, bucket conversion. Nicely done. That's a big mark early in the match here against, right now, the best bowler on the planet. Spare the Game, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Want to get moving fast with same-day mortgage? You can go from application to approval in as little as 1 business day. Time to get your dream home crazy fast. Learn more at rate.com.
Dave, I've got the name of the ball he used on the right lane. You want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
I'll tell you right after this shot.
Left lane, looking for a bounce back.
On the right, so he's still in the purple hammer on the left lane. On the right lane, he's throwing a deviate. Brutal collision.
Better shot, bringing 10-pin.
Just the target.
Good number so far for Joseph. That stat moves up a bit. Single pin spare conversion takes out the 10-pin.
Sorry.
Tackett, the 2nd seed tomorrow night, 7 Eastern here in FS1 Scorpion Championship behind Jacob Buttriff.
How about he's the 2nd seed for the World Championships, or excuse me, World Championship heading into match play Thursday.
EJ, flat 10 this time. He's had a great week, and he told us pre-show, Randy, that on the 3 different patterns, been able to perform so well. That speaks to his versatility.
Well, and I think the other thing they have to keep in mind is the amount of games that EJ and the rest of these players have bowled. I mean, EJ hasn't had a day off for how long?
Too long for him. Been tough. He's bowling great, though. Saturday on Fox, some of baseball's best. Show out in an early season showdown as Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor lead the Mets against Brandon Crawford of the Giants. Or Luis Roberts and the White Sox battle Landy Arozarena and the dominating Rays. What a start they had this year, huh? All begins Saturday, 4 Eastern on Fox.
Yeah, the Rays, what a start. But getting back to EJ and the rest of the field this week at the World Series, just an absolute brutal competition. 3-6-10. Yeah, you know, I've been at this for a long time, not only as a player but as a broadcaster, and I'm not sure I've ever seen a more brutal event. The players were as frosty as I've ever seen them, and this guy EJ Tackett, I mean, we saw him last night, or yesterday rather. We saw him the night before. Here he is again tonight. Good cover there on the 3-6-10. We're going to see him tomorrow. I mean, 10 days since he hasn't thrown a bowling ball. 60 straight days. Excuse me, 60 straight games, 3 days in a row, right? I mean, I don't know how he still has a hand attached to that right arm.
Number 2 seed in this event. Shawnee Classic, best finish. Was the DJ Archer in the opening match in that one.
Ball change again on the right lane.
It pays off.
Went to a mindset.
Beer Frame sponsored by Pabst in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. About 10 minutes from downtown Milwaukee here. As for the original, and please drink responsibly. Fifth frame for a 13-pin lead. 6-10.
Mindset.
He's going to get out of the urethane on that left lane and go to the same ball he's using on the right.
Target it up here.
So the strikes are slowing down, scoring pace is slowing down a bit, and that's because of transition. Joseph is now changing balls. He's getting out of the urethane. That means the length's changed enough to where it's forcing his hand to do that.
About it, but
Don't worry about it. That's a brand new ball game.
You know what? Spare it. I'll take a spare.
Talking with Dino Castillo, Senior Masters champ.
Fifth for Tackett, works on a spare, down 3. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Wow. What a beauty that was.
First 2 days here at the World Series of Bowling. A loss to the world team for USA 12-2. As he takes a re-rack, we take a look at EJ's incredible form.
It's pretty spectacular to watch, isn't it? And you know what's really cool? You know one of his biggest fans is? He's actually back home in Jupiter, Florida right now watching EJ. He never misses a telecast when EJ is on. Well, he actually never misses a telecast, but how about former British Open champ Mark Calcavecchia? Huge EJ Tackett fan. We talked to EJ earlier today. EJ said, yeah, I spoke with Mark earlier.
Shout out to Cal. Great friend of the PBA. EJ Tackett. That looks really good. 60 feet to success. He blitzes the rack on the left lane.
EJ Tackett has a nice lead halfway through.
Halfway home, match 3. Here tonight from outside Milwaukee. Tackett works on a double. 7-pin lead on the youngster. Joseph Grondin from San Pedro, California. Joseph wearing basketball shoes. E.J. Tackett wears bowling shoes. We talked about that, Randy, tonight. How about a shoe update, Randy?
You're asking me to do an update on this?
Duct tape, I mean,
come on, Joe. I mean, God. And look at, Joe, look how nice these are. I mean, they don't even look like bowling shoes. They're so cool looking. But you know what? Hey, Joseph likes these. They're comfortable. And if he likes wearing them and he can strike, so be it.
Comes in high, 3-6-10.
You know, and with the reactive ball, you have to create some angle, right? I mean, you have to move in. You got to get steeper through the front part of the lane, meaning that line has got to go a little more left to right when you move into a stronger bowling ball. So what happens is he does get it to that hook spot, and because his angle is a bit straighter through the front, it goes high. Look out.
Go! 10 stands, open frame. That is a big miss.
And for the first time tonight, Joseph is really starting to feel some heat.
That hurts. 21 pin spread now. Let's see how he responds. Left lane really needs this. Gets it.
Now you can see how much more angle that was in the urethane. The blue line's the urethane, and the red line is the last shot he just threw. And he needs more of that on that right lane especially.
If you want to be player of the year, which E.J. Tackett has done once already in his great career back in 2016. You take advantage of opponents' mistakes. He's done it all year, and this is another opportunity. Up by 31. That's what you do when you want to be player of the year.
Nasty.
Guy's incredible. Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series returns to Fox as the series heads to Talladega, where high speeds and pack racing always make you hold your breath, catch all the action. We race kicking things off at 2 Eastern. Then the engines fire for the Geico 500 at 3 Eastern. Catch it all on Fox.
Well, you know what they say, Dave. If you ain't first, you're last. And right now, E.J. Tackett looking to throw one more for 4 in a row.
He wants to be first. And I love Will Ferrell. That's what you do.
Oh, my goodness. Look at these numbers, ladies and gentlemen, from E.J. Tackett. 510 RPM right above that at almost 19 miles an hour, and he's splitting hairs down lane at the break point.
Big lead down. Response for the 24-year-old. Cuts it to 31, but time's running out.
Come on.
And Dave, remember we talked about he started with urethane, right?
Could have found a way to move.
Then he goes to reactive resin. The difference for him,
Could have found a way to move.
Joseph, is 10 boards. That's a pretty big difference between the two bowling balls, but that's the difference between a ball that hooks, that one right there in his hand, and urethane that goes really straight.
His foundation frame to cut to 21. He does just that.
Come on! Could have found a way to frickin' move. Frickin' idiot. God dang it. Could have found a way to move. So dumb.
At least he cleaned it up for us. That's nice. Thank you, Joseph.
Frustrated.
He has room now because he's opened up the lane, and that's the last shot there just hooked up nicely and stopped right in front of the 1-3 pocket. But it's all E.J. Tackett right now in full control.
Looking for the nickel, looking for the 5-bagger. You bet. Trip 10 pin. Down it goes.
Dude.
5 in a row. We have a Pabst 6-pack alert. Randy, I can hear it, and you can see it now. If EJ strikes here, he'll win $1,000. Sponsored by Pabst Bourbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly.
And that would be great, but any mark here in the 10th frame, and E.J. Tackett's going to bowl for the title against B.J. Moore.
for the win.
Uh-oh, look at the difference in that shot right there. We just got done talking about how high his accuracy was. That one's 3 boards in at the break point and still went high flush. So that just tells you he's got a little bit of room down lane now. I got to be honest with you, I'm surprised it hit that side of the head pin. I thought it was going Brooklyn.
7 pin. Has the mark. Just keep it on the lane. He'll be all set to win this match and advance to take on the top seed next.
Well, I promise you that.
Take the win, Randy.
That carry down by Joseph Grondin is what created that hole down lane for EJ Tackett. The pattern is now longer, so that urethane carries oil down, creates a little bit of hold left of target for EJ, and BJ Moore is going to have the same look.
Grondin's quest for a first career PBA Tour title will continue. EJ Tackett, road to possible player of the year.
Could have found a way to move, man.
Continues.
You know?
Frustrating.
All you had to do was just move freaking 2 left. That's all you had to do,
Finish here
man.
for Joseph.
Come on, brother. You know better than that.
Well, I think Joseph is.
Like, we need that. We need this.
He needs to cut himself some slack. I mean, it's a learning process.
He can't move.
This is his first time. I think he did pretty well.
Also,
his execution was nice. He just missed the move. And guess what? The next time he's in this situation, he probably won't. But it's all part of the learning curve, Joseph. You should be proud of yourself. You had a great event.
And we do have a Pabst six-pack alert, Randy.
And he has a six-pack alert.
I mean, that's pretty good. If he strikes here, he'll win $1,000. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember, as always, to
come on,
responsibly.
Come on, Joseph. You can do it, kid.
Looking for the 1,000.
Come on, kid.
Yeah! It's a way to finish.
Yeah!
Good job, young man. Good job.
Good luck.
Maybe you can buy some new shoes.
Nice kid, man. I hope to see a lot more of him. He was just such a joy and a pleasure to talk to when we interviewed him. And I think he did a nice job tonight.
He sure did. BJ Moore, top seed, looking for his second career PBA Tour title against EJ Tackett. They bowl for a championship. Next. The on-lane graphics you see tonight, including the ball tracer, courtesy of Clutch Bowling. Looking awesome as always. Updated Stepladder finals here tonight in Wauwatosa. AJ Johnson, wild match with Buttrick to begin the evening. And then Joseph Grondin, first career PBA Tour TV win. EJ Tackett, 8 better than Grondin in match 3, sets up BJ Moore and EJ Tackett in the championship match. And Kimberly joined now by BJ.
Thanks, Dave. So, BJ, we were just talking about your family right now and how adorable they are. They said they were getting a little anxious because this is the first time that they are seeing you bowl live. How much motivation does that give you to come out here and do what you want to do?
Oh, this is everything. This is all I've ever told my wife, that, you know, I just wanted to win in front of my kids, and, you know, we're in perfect position to do so. So hopefully we can close it out.
All right, good luck to you. I know you got some more practice shots. We'll let you get back to it.
Kimberly, thanks. BJ's family, Randy, is here. They're excited. He's excited. There's a lot of pressure, though, as he tries to win his second career PBA Tour title against the best bowler on the planet right now, arguably.
Yeah, I mean, this is all going to come down to execution, right? Maybe somebody who can trip a 10, but if you don't make shots in this title match, you're not winning. Gutter balls aren't going to cut it. Missed spares aren't going to cut it. You got to execute. You got to strike when your ball hits the pocket. You got to out-bowl your opponent, period. No gimmies in this title match.
I'll put you on the spot. Hall of Famer, who's going to win it?
Why do you do that?
I love to do that. It's fun.
No, I'm not picking, because every time I pick, it's wrong. And then if I pick and I try to go the other way, so the other... No, I'm not doing it. All right, wait. If you really want me to pick...
I really want you to pick.
EJ Tackett's the favorite. EJ Tackett's the favorite. I'm going EJ Tackett.
Odds to win, provided by Fox Bet for entertainment purposes only. You heard the Hall of Famer with a pick.
Can't believe you made me do that.
I am so mad at you.
More Tackett Championship on the line next. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to GoBowling.com to find a center near you. By Guaranteed Rate. Want to move fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as fast as 1 day to get you closing on the home of your dreams in just 10 days. Learn more at Rate.com. And by Bolero, the #1 place to bowl, party, and play with over 325 locations nationwide. Head to Bolero.com today to find a center near you. Time to bowl. Championship match time from suburban Milwaukee. Top seed BJ Moore needs just this win. EJ Tackett's second match of the night, going for his 4th title of the year to start off the World Series in style. Tackett begins. Tackett strikes.
Full rack attack for Tackett coming out of the gate here in the title match. BJ Moore knows exactly what he's up against.
From Greensburg, Pennsylvania. He and his family run Falbo's Restaurant and Lounge, and you know they're having a watch party tonight in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Known for Arnold Palmer and the Steelers. First shot, oh, it's in the gutter. It's 0. In the channel, we saw that so much from Johnson to begin the show.
No? Try.
Once the ball leaves the playing field, it doesn't matter if it comes out like it does here and gets the 10 out. The full rack will be put back down, and it's his first gutter ball all week on this pattern.
Wow. So Tackett at 8 this week, but none tonight. None for Moore this week. His first is in the gutter, his second is high, and as tough a start as you can imagine for BJ Moore, the top seed.
Well, there's the overcompensation. Last thing BJ wanted to do was throw 2 in the ditch, and gets it inside and goes through the face, leaving that split. He is using TNT on both lanes.
That's a lot better left lane.
Look at that rev rate up at the top of your screen, 519.
You said to get it there and tumble it. I'll try.
You got it over there.
I mean, I got it over there.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'll tell you what, BJ Moore is one of the finest human beings you'll ever meet. What a class act he is. Just a great guy. He's got his hands full right now early on, and he's going up against the hottest player on the PBA Tour, EJ Tackett.
He's got to be brimming with confidence now. And he responds to this tough start for BJ Moore, the top seed here. We talked about what a huge World Series this could be for EJ Tackett tomorrow night. He is the #2 seed behind Jacob Buttriff, along with the reigning Rookie of the Year, Satu Tavanainen, Simo, and Svensson. Big-time names tomorrow here on FS1 at 7 Eastern.
Tune in tomorrow night. I've got a great story about Santu.
I can't wait. Tackett tries to continue the perfect start. It does so. 3 straight.
Locked in, and he's peering it right now. Dangerous combination. You got a guy that can do what he does like EJ Tackett, and he's executing. Both players playing the lanes very similar in terms of location.
He told us pre-show he loves the grind of the long format. All those games to get here. Tough start continues for BJ. The 2-7.
Well, BJ, being the #1 seed, had his choice of starting lane and where he was going to finish, and it's unfortunately painfully obvious why he chose to finish on the left lane.
Two stands open for him again for BJ. He is in a huge hole here.
Well, not the start BJ was looking for, but let me show you how he creates all this power. And it looks like he's just going for a stroll in the park. That big high backswing, but right there you can see the curve in his wrist and his elbow. And then the faster he can snap that off, the more revolutions he puts on the bowling ball. Kind of like throwing a yo-yo or a frisbee. Think about that motion.
Been fantastic. 236 plus average. Drip 10 pin there for a strike.
They're there for a reason. Use them.
One game, that's it. Top seed sometimes can struggle. He told us pre-match he'd watch some. He'd be practicing on the side lanes, offset, trying to stay loose and ready. But there's not much you could do against a 6-time member of Team USA when he's perfect. Tackett tries to remain so, and does! Oh, baby! This man is locked in, Randy.
E.J. Tackett, perfect through 4, looking for his 20th tour victory.
And 4th this year. He's won 3 majors. As we talked about the U.S. Open to begin 2023. Hall of Fame stats. 10-pin, good shot.
Yes, it was. Look at these numbers right here. A lot better than the last shot he threw on the right lane based on strike track numbers. But, man, great shot. 6-pin, second to the right. Just slingshots around the 10-pin. Yep.
He knew it.
Oh, no, he thought it was really good. And when it did that, that's how you get that reaction.
Ringing 10-pin. Tough, but still a huge lead. Hasn't missed on the 10-pin. Continues the perfect stat in this Cheetah event. And he is in the driver's seat looking for another title.
That's all business right there.
Ball change here for BJ.
BJ Moore changing to a different bowling ball on the right lane. Looks like he's going with a Zen.
One 6 all time on TV in his career. And the tough night continues.
Man.
The 4-9 split.
You know, they talk about that #1 seed being the most enviable position in a stepladder finals, but I think I read somewhere where the winning percentage from the #1 seed is under 50%.
Misses there. Loses even more count. This year, the #1 seed is 5-3 in stepladder finals.
All right, so what about last year?
8-10 last year.
Okay.
7-3 the year before. So yeah, 49-53 last 6+ seasons. 48%.
Ideal.
Cheetah Championship. Other finishers. James Blumgren. Not a match that was with A.J. Johnson.
Yeah, it sure was.
To determine the 5th spot.
There's Nathan Bohr, Jesper Svensson, the Iceman, Chris Vai.
Big names, Mitch Hoope.
William. Bill O'Neill.
More. 10-pin. Have wire-to-wire uninterrupted coverage here. Championship match, which appears to be clearly going to Tackett. BJ converts, single pin spare. Has the 10-pin, has the mark, but in a massive hole into the 6th for Tackett.
Well, he's just a couple shots away from winning it for the 20th time out here and increasing the gap between him and Anthony Simonson for the Player of the Year race.
6 frame. You bet! 60 feet to success for EJ again. He is rocking the pins here tonight.
EJ Tackett with that hand rotation, ball speed, and power has created a lot of down lane room left and right of target. All he has to do is get all 10 to cooperate.
Max numbers all Tackett tonight. Try to go up by 79.
Oh,
no help across the deck. 10-pin stands.
What a teaser.
EJ at the PBA Jackson Classic, Randy, this year in Michigan did beat Simonson from the 2 spot. Simon was the top seed. He's about to do the same thing against PJ Moore here tonight.
I believe it's Shark where we get to see Anthony Simonson, and he's also eligible for the World Championship as well.
Simonson is the 4th seed at the Scorpion tomorrow. EJ the 2nd seed, Buttriff, Santu, Tavanine, as we talked about, and Svensson. So quite a field tomorrow, 7 Eastern here on FS1. Belmo, the reigning champ in the Scorpion. Kyle Sherman is the 2 seed, won this event last year over Christian Ascona, who was the top seed.
Come on, BJ. Finish strong.
7th for Moore. Good shot.
Good.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you.
Wife Tania's here. 2 kids are here. They flew in last night.
Yeah, they are.
Watching ball in person is pretty cool, right? Hi, guys. Thanks for coming.
Beautiful. What a beautiful family.
Won a 2019 PBA Wilmington Open in North Carolina. Lone title. Not going to get number 2 tonight.
You gonna strike, dude?
No help on the 10-pin. Come on.
I think that's when somebody needs to run down there and just chuck something at it, you know? Just have a BJ Moore fan just run halfway down the lane and chuck a shoe at it.
You gonna strike, dude?
BJ does it all at the restaurant. Falbo is back in Latrobe, PA.
Cool.
Sometimes line cook. He says his Italian sampler is out of this world, so I'm gonna make a trip there next time I'm in that area. Go check it out. Tackett trying to close this one out tonight. $20 wins a big deal, Randy, and that's a milestone. That's a milestone.
Especially when you're 30. EJ Tackett, 4th win of 2023. And it is all his.
That locks it up for EJ Tackett. He makes PBA Tour history with his 20th career title.
Shows so much class and respect for everyone, man. I can't thank you enough for being you. Thank you, brother.
This is what we wanted, right?
EJ Tackett wins again and continues his fabulous run toward what he hopes is another Player of the Year award. Win number 4 on the year for Tackett, and he's just getting started here at the World Series of Bowling.
Oh, that may be 6.
Well, it's 10. It's Brooklyn. Next stop, Prospect Park.
Give me that one too. Thanks.
Tackett tied with Hall of Famer Tommy Jones.
80?
And let him on a check.
A little short.
Dick Rickard, Wayne Webb, legends with 20 career titles. Big names, Randy. Big
yes, sir.
names. His 13th all-time in PBA Tour history. Marshall Holman, the Medford Meteor, next with 22, his 12th all-time. Hey! There's the messenger. There's the scout for the 10-pin.
Nice. I told Sean to let me know what I needed in a 10 because I hate calculating. And he said, you got to know it's going both ways, right? So I needed 80 to beat you, so he yells out 80.
Have a little fun. That's good. And a great 20 games to lead a talented field to be the top seed. 12th year pro. We're going to see EJ tomorrow night again, Randy. He may do it again.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot of EJ over the next couple of days, nights.
Thank you.
EJ Tackett does it again.
Take your victory lap, my man. Thought you said 180.
What a night. Just beginning the 14th Guaranteed Rate World Series of bowling.
And, I mean, we could have a preview of that Player of the Year race tomorrow night. Simonson, the number 4 seed. The Iceman, number 5 seed. We have Santu, EJ Tackett there. And also the leader, Jacob Buttripp, once again. PBA bowling. It's alive and well, my friend.
Just on purpose.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
You're right, I won't.
It's official now. EJ Tackett wins for the 4th time this season. The satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snicker.
Thank you, absolutely. Love you, brother.
Trophy time for the champ.
Number 4. Number 4. One more tomorrow night.
EJ, I got to ask, does this win make up for that gutter ball you had 10 years ago on this pattern?
Most definitely it does.
20. This is your 20th PBA Tour title. Is there ever a point that you thought you would hear that statement?
No, and after I won my last one, you know, you always look at the chart and see who's next, and on that list who you can catch and have your name etched in history with, and that's now Chris Barnes, which is absolutely incredible. He's one of the greatest players that's ever played this game before, and to put my name next to his on that all-time list is it's kind of surreal.
Well, let's talk about this pattern because we joked that it was super tough and, you know, people were getting gutter balls, but you came out with the front 5. What did you see out there that you made it look easy in this title match?
Well, there was a lot of shim in the middle of the lane, a little bit left of the gutter, so I tried to use that as much as possible to keep my ball as far away from that pesky little gray channel. I was able to do that, make some really good shots, and here we are. And I really want to say thank you to BJ Moore. What a class act and a great person he is, having fun with his kids here. So thank you, everybody. I want to thank all my sponsors, Motive, Dexter, Turbo, CTD, Alan Samuels, Tony Stewart, Victory Bowling.
Well, you know what? Your World Series is still not over because we're going to see you tomorrow for the Scorpion. So how do you continue to, you know, ride this wave?
You know, go have maybe a couple paps tonight and celebrate, get ready for tomorrow, come back and do it again, hopefully.
All right, congratulations on your 20th PBA Tour title.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of sports can learn from our players the class camaraderie.
Hell of a year, buddy.
Whether it's victory or
Unbelievable.
defeat,
Hell of a fucking year.
how they interact with one another, how close they are with one another.
Case in point, A.J. Johnson and EJ Tackett. Win number 20. And he breaks a tie with Chris Barnes.
20.
The Hall of Fame. Congrats, EJ. Great work. Our coverage of the Guaranteed Rate World Series of Bowling continues tomorrow, FS1 7 Eastern. PBA Scorpion Championship, where E.J. Tackett is the #2 seed. Now for Randy Pedersen, Hall of Famer, Kimberly, Pressler, the entire crew. Dave Ryan saying, so long, you've been watching the PBA on FS1. What a night for E.J. Tackett. Give him 20 career PBA Tour titles and a great start to the World Series of Bowling. See you tomorrow night at 7 Eastern.